Think about this. The year is 2026. 50 of the best trained modern soldiers in the world suddenly travel 2,000 years into the past. Their only goal is to take over the Roman Empire. Yes, just 50 people. But what stands against them is not an ordinary city. There are thousands of soldiers, powerful commanders, the Senate, guards, and a massive order controlling everything. On top of that, these 50 soldiers have no reinforcements and no endless ammunition. They only have the equipment they can carry. So now the real question is this: can these 50 soldiers really conquer Rome? When they open their eyes, a harsh wind hits their faces. On the horizon, there are dusty roads, stone structures, and massive walls rising in the distance. The heart of Rome stands in front of them. They have no tanks, no helicopters, no satellite support, no reinforcements, no spare ammunition. All they have is the food they can carry, limited weapons, a few communication devices, and enough water to survive. In this mission, there is zero room for error, because every bullet they lose is a loss they cannot replace. They do not attack on the first day, because they are professionals. First, they hide. Outside the city, in a dry area surrounded by trees and rocky ground, they set up a temporary camp. Throughout the night, there are only guard shifts and quiet radio whispers. When the sun rises, they begin watching Rome from a high hill. The carts entering and leaving the city, the guard changes, the movement at the city gates, the formation of the guards, the density of the marketplace. Everything is noted. At that time, Rome was not just a community of men swinging swords. The legion system was one of the most disciplined military structures the world had ever seen. A single Roman legion could consist of thousands of soldiers. And these were not randomly gathered fighters. They were trained, organized units used to a chain of command. On top of that, there were guards serving inside the city, elite protectors, and special units defending the rulers. Then an opportunity appears. A small merchant convoy leaving the city is caught alone on a narrow road. At first, the soldiers try to understand the men, but they quickly realize that the language barrier locks everything down. The soldiers do not know Latin, and the merchants do not know English. At that moment, the plan changes. The merchants' clothes are taken, the carts are examined, they calculate what can be hidden among the cargo. The goal is no longer to run straight toward the gate, it is to infiltrate Rome. That way, they can easily bring their weapons into the city. And this is the moment when the movie truly begins. They approach the city gates. From the outside, it looks like an ordinary day, but there is nothing ordinary inside that cart. Hidden equipment, eyes silently watching each other, and a disaster waiting to begin with one wrong move. Once they get inside, they immediately split up. First, they learn Rome. They observe the direction of the streets, the hours when the crowds increase, the movement around official buildings, the routes used by high-ranking figures, and which neighborhoods become more vulnerable at night. Taking down the emperor will not be enough to take over Rome, because the Senate is very powerful. They also have to capture the nobles in the Senate who hold critical power, and they know this. That is why, during this observation period, they identify the locations of everyone with high rank.